Scene script. Have you ever wondered how nature came into existence? It all began with an event of unimaginable magnitude, the Big Bang. This extraordinary event, occurring around 13.8 billion years ago, marked the genesis of the universe as we know it. It led to the formation of galaxies, stars, and eventually, our very own solar system. Fast forward to about 4.5 billion years ago, a mass of swirling dust and gas condensed to form the Earth. In the beginning, our planet was a fiery, molten ball. Over millions of years it cooled down, and the outer layer solidified to form a thin crust. The first oceans began to form, not from rain as one might think, but from water vapor released by intense volcanic activity. Now let's talk about life. The first life forms to appear on Earth were simple, single-celled organisms. They emerged roughly 3.5 billion years ago in the primordial soup of Earth's early oceans. Over time, these simple organisms evolved into more complex forms. From the soft-bodied invertebrates of the Cambrian explosion to the rise of dinosaurs and mammals, life on Earth has been a ceaseless saga of adaptation and evolution. The concept of time is critical when we delve into nature's inception. The timescales we're discussing are so vast that they dwarf human history. To truly appreciate the grandeur of nature, we must acknowledge the incomprehensible stretches of time that have shaped it. From the molten chaos of Earth's early days to the development of diverse ecosystems, each with its unique ensemble of flora and fauna, the story of nature is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life. Every mountain, every river, every forest is an intricate part of this tapestry, woven together over billions of years. From a cosmic explosion to the lush green forests and deep blue oceans, nature's inception is a tale of transformation. What does it mean when we say nature is an interconnected web? Well, it's a beautifully orchestrated symphony of life where every organism, every element, every cycle weaves a harmonious melody of existence. This symphony is what we call an ecosystem, a community of living organisms interacting with each other and their environment in a delicate, precise balance. Take for instance the food chains. They are a series of events in an ecosystem where one organism eats another, and is eaten in turn. The humble caterpillar munching on a leaf, the bird that swoops down to snatch the caterpillar, the hawk that preys on the unsuspecting bird, they are all linked in this cycle of life and death, each dependent on the other for survival. Then, there are symbiotic relationships, another beautiful melody in this symphony. The clownfish and the sea anemone, the bee and the flower, the buffalo and the bird. Each pair is an example of a symbiotic relationship where organisms of different species live together, often benefiting each other in fascinating ways. And let's not forget the natural cycles, the rhythmic beats of the ecosystem, the water cycle, the nitrogen cycle, the carbon cycle. They are the lifeblood of ecosystems, ensuring the continual flow of essential elements from the environment to organisms and back again. These cycles are not just about the wind and the rain, the soil and the air. They're about life itself. They're about the breath of a whale, the growth of a tree, the flutter of a butterfly's wings. They're about the links, the connections, the relationships that bind every organism to every other organism and to the Earth itself. So, when we talk about nature being an interconnected web, we're talking about this symphony of ecosystems, this dance of life where every organism, every element, every cycle plays a part, contributes a note, adds a rhythm. Every organism, no matter how small, plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of nature. Ever considered how the elements of nature, air, water, earth and fire, shape our world? Consider air, a seemingly invisible and intangible force, yet it's so much more than that. It's a conductor of life, a transporter of scents, and the whisperer of seasons. Air is the element that fills our lungs, fuels our conversations, and carries our voices. It shapes our world by influencing weather patterns and enabling the flight of birds and insects. Now let's dive into water, the universal solvent, the cradle of life. Water is dynamic, taking on the form of gentle streams or mighty rivers, serene lakes or tumultuous seas. It carves out valleys, erodes mountains, and nurtures life in its countless forms. It's the element that makes up about 60% of our bodies and covers roughly 70% of the Earth's surface. Then there's Earth, the foundation upon which we build our lives. Earth is the element that gives life, and to which life returns. It supports the growth of plants, provides habitat for countless organisms, and offers us precious resources. Earth shapes our world by forming mountains, plains and valleys, and by storing water in its underground aquifers. Lastly, we have fire, the transformer, the purifier. Fire is the element that brings warmth and light but also has the power to destroy and regenerate. It shapes our world by stimulating growth, triggering seed dispersal, and maintaining various ecosystems. Fire is a force of nature that reminds us of our vulnerability, yet also of our potential for rebirth and renewal. Each of these elements, air, water, earth and fire, plays a crucial role in shaping our world. Together, they create the conditions necessary for life, forming a delicate balance that we must strive to maintain. The elements of nature are the forces that sculpt our world and sustain life. Can nature truly heal us? It's an intriguing question, isn't it? The answer is a resounding yes. Nature in all its glory has the power to heal not just our bodies but our minds as well. Take a moment to consider the simple act of taking a walk in the woods. The smell of the earth, the sound of leaves rustling, the sight of sunlight filtering through the trees. Each of these elements works in harmony, helping to reduce stress and anxiety. It's no wonder that spending time in nature is associated with improved mood, better cognitive function, and even enhanced immune system function. The evidence isn't purely anecdotal either. Numerous studies have demonstrated the positive impact of nature on our health. For instance, research has shown that people who live in neighborhoods with more green spaces have lower levels of stress hormones. Another study found that hospital patients with a view of nature recover faster and require less pain medication than those without. This brings us to the concept of ecotherapy, a type of therapy that involves doing activities in nature. It's based on the idea that people are connected to and impacted by the natural environment. A growing body of research supports the effectiveness of ecotherapy in treating various mental health conditions, including depression and anxiety. Then there's the Japanese practice of forest bathing, or Shinrin-yoku. It's not about physical bathing, but about immersing oneself in the forest atmosphere. This practice has been shown to lower heart rate and blood pressure, reduce stress hormone production, and improve overall feelings of well-being. So the next time you feel stressed or out of sorts, consider stepping outside. Take a deep breath. Let the sights, sounds, and smells of the natural world wash over you. Let the healing touch of nature work its magic. Nature's healing touch is a testament to its nurturing and restorative power. What role do we humans play in the future of nature? As the architects of civilizations and the pioneers of technology, we humans have left indelible marks on our planet. Our actions, from the smoke-billowing factories to the sprawling urban jungles, have profoundly impacted nature. Pollution, deforestation, and climate change are just a few of the ways we've altered the face of the earth. Yet, it's not merely about the harm we've caused. It's about the potential we possess to heal and restore. Our future and the future of nature hinges on recognizing and harnessing this potential. Consider pollution. It's an undeniable consequence of our growth and expansion. But we also have the means to mitigate its effects. Through sustainable practices and green technologies, we can significantly reduce the amount of waste we produce and the pollution we cause. Deforestation, another major issue, strips the earth of its lush green cover, disrupting habitats and contributing to climate change. But again, we hold the solution. By embracing sustainable forestry and reforestation efforts, we can ensure that our forests continue to thrive and serve as the lungs of our planet. Then there's climate change, perhaps the most daunting challenge of our time, yet, even here, we're not powerless. From transitioning to renewable energy to reducing our carbon footprint, we can combat climate change. The key to all these solutions lies in conservation. By valuing and preserving our natural resources, we can secure a healthier, more sustainable future for our planet. But this isn't a job for a select few, it's a collective responsibility. Every individual has a role to play in this grand endeavor. Whether it's by recycling, reducing energy consumption, or advocating for environmental policies, we can all contribute to preserving nature. The future of nature is in our hands. It is up to us to safeguard its beauty and bounty for generations to come.